What is going on, guys? This is Frank again. So welcome to another Python tutorial. Yes, today we're going to be talking about string formatting with Python f-string. Yeah, and why you as a Python developer should start using Python f-string in your Python script. Yeah. So first of all, what is string formatting? Yeah, string formatting, also called string interpolation. Yeah, it is a technique for embedding or inserting the values of variables into a string object. Yeah. So one example will be, let's say you have a mobile app. Yeah. So every time when a user register your app, yeah, so you want to send them a welcome message. So something like their username, welcome to our app. But instead of having this template variable name here, yeah. So what you want to do is actually you want to insert the real username of that user into the placeholder here. Yeah. So for example, dear Frank, welcome to our app. Yeah. So so the process of doing this is called string interpolation. Yeah. And we're going to be covering three ways to format a string in Python. So as you know or might not. So the first is the old school way, like the %s way to format a string. Yeah, and of course there is a better way to format a string. So that is the default method from a string object in Python. Yeah, so string.format. And the last, but in my opinion the best, for string formatting. So this is actually a new feature released in Python 3.6. Yeah. So in order to use this feature, so you have to be aware that you have to use and list Python 3.6 in order to have this feature available to you. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, so let me head over to my text editor today, and let's go ahead and to demonstrate what is the %s way to format a string. Yeah. So let's say I want to have a string here. I want to say hello. My name is %s. Okay, so this %s is a placeholder, and then you need a mapper operator. Yes, I'm not sure if this is the right term or not. So I would like to call it mapper operator. So because it is mapping the variable into the correct placeholder. Yeah. So in this case, I'm gonna map my name into the string here. Yeah. I'm gonna say name. Okay. Now let me print this out. So I'm gonna say print. Okay. Save this and run this again. So Python f-string.py. Okay. So this is here. Hello, my name is Frank. So as you see, so my name, the name variable is actually inserted in the placeholder here. Yeah. So, but what if we wanna map or insert like multiple variables into a string? Yeah. So in that way, then we need to pass a tuple here. Yeah. Good. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's say I want to map my age here as well. So I'm going to say and I am %s years old. Yeah, good. So as you see here, we have two placeholders here in a string, but we only have one element in a tuple. Yeah. So then we need to pass the age variable into the tuple here. Yeah. So now let's print this out again. Okay, perfect. As you see here, hello, my name is Frank, and I'm 24 years old. Yeah, okay, good, perfect. But something to be aware here. So when you are using %s, when you are mapping like multiple variables into a string, yeah. So in that tuple, these elements they gotta follow a particular order, yeah. So otherwise, they will not be mapped correctly. For example, let's say if you place the age first, yeah, you place age before name. Yeah, so that means the age will be mapped to the first placeholder in the string. Yeah, so instead of the second one. So let me show you what I mean by that. Now let's say I don't follow a particular order. I put a name in the end. Yeah, now let's print this again. As you see, this is wrong. Yeah, So hello, my name is 24 and I'm Frank years old. Yeah. So of course this doesn't make any sense because when you're using this way, percentage S way, mapping multiple variables into string, they gotta follow the same order. Yeah. As its own placeholder are mapped in the string. Yeah. So now it's correct because we want a name to be in the first placeholder and the second age to be inserted in the second position in the placeholder. Yeah, okay. Now this is working. Yeah, good. So we can of course also do much more complicated string formatting with percentage %s. So for example, I want to say something like print. I'm just gonna grab this example from my code. Okay, perfect. Okay, as you see, so this is basically the same, like the same method we applied in our last example here, yeah. But as you see, this is kind of complicated because this code is not very readable, yeah. So you have like, you gotta use a new line here, otherwise it's not gonna work. So you have to, so every time when you read the code, like you have to always look in the back here, yeah. So you wanna understand like what is the name in this, what is the placeholder of the name in this string, yeah, or what is the placeholder of the profession in this string, yeah. So, but anyway, let's print this out. Okay, so my name is Frank. I'm a Python developer. I'm currently being 24, and my favorite language is Python. Yeah, anyway, it's cool. But as you see, the code is not readable. Yeah, because every time you have to like figure out what is the placeholder of name. So what is placeholder of a specific variable, yeah, in the tuple. Yeah. So now let's take a look at the second, yeah, the better way to format a string. So that is the string.format. Okay, so how do we use format way? So is, let's say, let me just type this out. I'm saying my name is, so when you're using string.format, so the placeholder, instead of using percentage %s, yeah, and this way we use a placeholder as a curly brace, yeah. For example, now my name is this, and I am a, yeah, profession, and I am curly braces, years old, and I love, and my favorite len is this. Okay, now, so let's imagine how do we map this. So we use curly braces as a placeholder in this new way to format a string. So we can print this. Then you can call a method, yeah, of this string, yeah. So we can say format. So for example, if you wanna insert the name here into the first placeholder, yeah, then you have to pass name in the first position as a parameter here, yeah. So then we want to pass in the profession as well. I'm say my name is profession and I am 8 years old. And lastly, I want to pass in the language. Yeah, good. Okay, perfect. Now let's, but as you see here, the same problem here because its code is not very readable. You know, it's very long and okay. Now let's print this out. Okay, as you see here, same effect. My name is Frank and I'm Python dev. I'm 24 years old. My favorite language is Python. Okay, perfect. As you see here, the same problem because this code is not very readable. Yeah, you have to use like new line here. Yeah, so in order to make this a little bit more readable for other developers to see. Yeah, okay. Let's print this out again. Okay, perfect. So now you might be asking, so every time we use a empty curly brace in the placeholder, yeah. So you might ask, what if I do not want to like follow a particular order, yeah. So it's also fine. So if you do not want to follow a particular order. For example, you do not want to place a name or profession in the first positions. Yeah. What you can do is you can pass a index into the curly brace placeholder in the string. Yeah. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Now, let's say I want to put the name in the last. Yeah. So we can indexing the tuple. We can pass the index of tuple here into the placeholder. Yeah. So in that way, it doesn't really matter if I am aligning these elements correctly in the tuple. Yeah. So I'm gonna say my name is name. So of course, name is the 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it's in the index 3. I'm gonna say my name is 3. I am a profession, so profession is in the 0 index and passing 0. And I am, the age is in the 1, and my favorite line is in the 3 here. Okay, it's in 2. Okay, now let's print this out again. Okay, perfect. You can see my name is Frank, I'm Python dev. So by using this way, you don't have to worry about the orders of the elements in the tuple. So it's still gonna work, yeah, okay. Okay, perfect. There is another way, so you can give a name here. You can give a name variable in the placeholder. You can see the name. You can see I am a profession, and I am age. Yeah, the favorite line is language. Yeah, okay. So in this way, the order doesn't matter either. Yeah, but you have to exclusively to assign the elements in tuple to the name variable from that string. Yeah, so you want to say profession is profession, age equals age, language equals language. Okay, good. And the name equals name. Yeah. But as you see again, so the same problem, because the code is not very readable. Like you have to use like multi-lining style to increase the readability of your code. Yeah. So, but anyway, let's print this out and see how that works. Okay, perfect. So, but I will show you a quick trick, like without assigning the variables in the tuple. Yeah. So you can give a string here. Sorry, you can give a dictionary here, and every dictionary has a key value pair. So you can just use a double asterisk to format elements from a dictionary into the string placeholders. Yeah. So, but in that way, the each key of the value is gotta be the same from the placeholder in the string. Yeah. For example, when you want to map the name here, so you gotta have a key that is also called name from a dictionary type. Yeah. So in this way, you can just like double asterisk, and when I'm passing the person here as a dictionary. Okay. And let's run this again. Okay, perfect. As you see here, everything is mapped correctly. Yeah, because the placeholder names are the keys from the dictionary. Yeah, so it's gotta be the same. Otherwise, it won't be mapped correctly. Yeah, so you will have a mapping error. Yeah, so it's gonna tell you that you don't have a correct mapping set up from your dictionary. Yeah, okay. So now we have explored like %s. We also explored the string.format. Now, last, we want to talk about so in my opinion, the best way to format a string in Python, that is Python f-string. So Python f-string. So why this is the best? So this increases the code readability in a very high scale. Yeah. So what I mean by that is I'm gonna use the same string template here. So I'm gonna say my name is what? Say my name is curly braces and I am a Python dev, yeah. But now let's just give the placeholder and I am this years old. Yeah, and I love. Okay, now so when you're using a Python f string, so let me make a little bit more space here. Okay, when you're using Python f string, so your string template starts with the f sign. Yeah, so it doesn't matter it's capitalized or small. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. So we can say f. Then this is how you use Python f string. Then you can pass directly the name here, the variable name you have defined. Yeah, for example, we have name, age, profession, and language. So I'm gonna say my name is name, and I am a profession. Good. And I am 8 years old, and I love language. Okay, good, perfect. So this is how you use Python f string. So as you see here, so every time when you read this code, like you have a clear idea, like what is a name, what is profession, and what is age, because you know exactly. So you don't have to like you do in the percentage s way or string.format way to always look in the back to figure out so what is the name of the so what should be mapped in a particular placeholder. Yeah, so this is a very clear. So now let's print this out again. Okay, perfect. Let's print this out. Okay, same thing. So my name is Frank and I'm Python dev. Okay, and there is another thing it is very important to understand. So why this is working is actually, so you gotta listen very hard what I'm saying now. So anything you passed here in a placeholder, so when you use f string, so anything you use a curly brace, it becomes a Python runtime. Yeah. So this is not only like limited to insert a variable or something. Yeah. So you can run any code in this curly brace because it is a Python runtime. Yeah. So you can run a function here. You can give a variable. You can run another method from a data type. Yeah. So let me show you what I mean by that. So let's say I want to define a function here. I'm going to say define string file. Yeah, let's say so. This function is gonna take a variable and take a parameter and make that variable as a string. Yeah. So okay. So I'm gonna say value here, and what this does is it's gonna return the string file of that value. Yeah. Okay. So very simple function, and I'll see how that works. Yeah. So now let me comment this out. I'm gonna give another new example here. I'm gonna say print. Hey, my age is string file here. Yeah. As. So I'm gonna say my age is string file as here as what. Now we can pass our function. I can say string file. I want to pass the value. So value equals my age. Yeah, okay, good. Perfect. So this is how you run a function. But now you have to remember this is not yet a runtime yet, yeah, because you haven't used f string here yet. So when you pass f string here, it becomes a Python runtime. Yeah, okay. So let's give a variable like 24. So let's see if this works. Okay, as you see here, hey, my age is stringified here as 24. Yeah, but because this is in a string, so you don't see any like difference. Yeah, so 24. Yeah, but just as you see, you can run pretty much anything. Just you would normally like run your Python code. Yeah, because this is a Python runtime, so that's why you can run a function here. Yeah, so you can of course to run another function, you can say string age as well. Yeah, so this is a default method, built-in method. Yeah, so if you run this again, it's still gonna work. So hey, my age is string file here as 24. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Now you can of course also index the dictionary. Yeah, so you can say, hey, my age is so let's use the old example here. Good. So uncomment this. Now we can index the dictionary. Yeah. For example, we can say person. We're passing the key here. Yeah. So name. Good. And also profession, the same thing. Person. Profession. Okay. Perfect. So let's just do these two examples. It should be enough. Okay. Perfect. And let's print this out. Okay. Perfect. My name is Frank, and I'm Python dev. So as you see, Python fstring is a much better way to format a string while maintaining the readability of your code. Yeah. So that is why I recommend you to use Python fstring to format your string from now on. Yeah. So I actually personally don't use like string.format or percentage %s anymore to in my Python code. Yeah. So nowadays I only use Python fstring. Yeah. But be aware you gotta use Python 3.6 or above. So you want to check your Python version. Otherwise, you have to update. Okay, perfect. So I think this will do for the tutorial today. So let me know if you have any questions or complaints or comments. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah. Okay. As always, take care.